Morning all, and welcome to, I'm Johnny B actually, and welcome to Sunny Coast Celtic, episode 67 plus 1, which is 68. I just wanted to get that 67 back in again. Anyway, all good. Now, let's get on to the game last night against Falkirk away. Now we knew it was going to be a tricky wee game up there. It always is, no matter how good you're going or how bad you're going, but they just seem to sort of play well at home, but when they're away from home, they're not as good. And we're the exact opposite for that. When we're at home, we're good, and when we're away, we seem to just struggle. You think when we're away from home, the fans want to be on everybody's case. The fans are always singing away from home, they're always in harmony, they're always giving it yee-haw. The atmosphere's great, better than it is at home sometimes, just because the grounds are tighter and everybody's more vocal because they've had a few sherbets before they get there. So it's normally really good away from home. Atmosphere was brilliant again. The game was awful. And when I say awful, I mean Falkirk will find themselves, they'll wake up and going, how did we lose that game? And that's how bad it was for us. Because they could have beat us last night. They could have at least drawn with us. But you know what? It's same old cliche, we'll take the win. And we got out of jail last night with Big Benji, and we'll go into that in a minute. But it was like watching paint dry. I just can't believe there wasn't a lot of chances. The most chances in the first half were theirs, and the boy that's ran through past Tierney, he's cut inside and he's hit the ball by. What is he thinking about? Great run, terrible finish. If he scores that, we're in deep shit. And then the other boy, when Maeda's got the ball, fanning about and then near the defence, what is he doing that far back? He's meant to be a centre forward and he's fucking nearly at where our centre halves are. He's lost complete control of the ball. The boys hits it through, the other boys ran through, and with a powder puff shot, and Schmeichel's managed to save it. So I can't believe that we got away with the both of them. We did, and we never took heed on it. We still looked like second best. We looked like we were lethargic. We couldn't be bothered playing. It's a Wednesday night, miserable AstroTurf Park up at Falkirk, and everybody's just went, fuck it, we'll just go through the motions. It's absolutely nonsense what some of these players are serving up to us. You want to get in the team, you want to keep your position, you got to show more than what you showed last night. That was really, really bad. For the back to the front. Did anybody get pass marks? They gave Nygren man of the match, and the only reason he got that is obviously because he's goal, because he never done much after that, never done much before it. So I can't believe you actually had a man of the match and it was a Celtic player that got it. But could have gave it to Schmeichel, because he made a couple of saves, especially the one where the boys had it and it's hit his foot. I mean, that boy could have scored too easy last night. He must be raging that he's never scored. A wee bit more clinical in front of goal. We should sign him, that boy, because we missed just as many chances as he did last night. He would fit right into our team. I mean, what is going on here? A Celtic team that can't score goals, we scored for a corner. Ball comes in, the big man's up there. Now, let's go through the team first and foremost. Schmeichel, yeah, done enough to keep his position. He's a sort of one of the guys that talks you through the game. He brings all the young ones into it. So he never done much wrong. So yeah, he'll start. Will he start the next game? I don't know. Auchinleck Talbot. We could probably put fucking James Forrest in goals. Give him a chance in there. See what else he can do. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I think he'll probably put Sinisala and give Schmeichel a rest against Auchinleck Talbot at the weekend. But anyway, Schmeichel done well, passed marks, got us out of jail, really, to be honest with you. So I think that was more important than Nygren getting man of the match, because he saved us for dropping points. Right back, Arazo was alright, never done anything wrong, never done anything great, but could he do more? Of course he could. Trusty fannied about with the ball and nearly cost us a goal. I don't know what he's doing. It was like it tripped out his own socks or something. I don't know what he was doing. But you just can't afford to do that, and a decent team would have punished you there. We're lucky that it was Falkirk, and as I say, how are they missing these chances? You know what I mean? It's they must be kicking themselves this morning. We're happy as we won nothing. We're not happy with with how we played, but with that 3 points, puts us back into second. Brilliant. And just on that, how bad are St Mirren when Hearts go down to 10 men, 15 minutes into the game, and they lose 2-0? Stevie Robertson, what are you doing there? You beat Celtic 3-1 in a cup final, got the Hearts, they're down to 10 men, and you can't beat them, mate. Even a draw. What's going on there? You know, I look at Scottish football now, and I don't think all the other teams are getting better. Like your Hibs, your Aberdeen's shite anyway, but your Hibs, your Hearts, St Mirren's, Falkirk, I don't think they're getting better. I just think we are getting worse. Just the way we're playing, and rankers are just as bad. So we've made everybody else look like there's a chance of the title. It's nonsense, isn't it? I don't know how you can go from being decent to being shit. You know what I mean? Everybody's going on about the time we played Bayern Munich. That's came and went. But how can you play that good and that shit every other week? I don't get it. I think it's not down to the manager. I think it's down to players. Mentality, getting a wee bit of confidence up. I thought 4-0 against Dundee United, right? We'll have confidence and we'll go on and beat Falkirk 4-0. But we've just took 3 steps forward, 5 steps back. I don't know what's going to happen here. We're not getting any signings in, so we're going to have to play with the same old shit again. We're lucky we never drew Hearts in the cup on Saturday because we'd have been in trouble. Lucky we've got a fucking non-league team, you know. And even at that, you're going, could it be a draw? Could it, you know? No, it can't, but I'm just saying. So Trusty, terrible. Mistakes, awful. Scalesy, scored a goal, chopped half, yeah, offside or whatever. But yeah, it's the defence were alright. They're no great. They done their job. We lost a few sort of two balls that we should have cleared. Kieran Tierney, the whole back four, we were a wee bit lethargic. And I thought, but look, we can't look back the way we've got to go forward, but I have to talk about the game. That's what happens when we play before the game and after. So back four, nah, no great. You could fucking swap the whole back four for the game on Saturday, but not great at all. Midfield, non-existent. Kalmack, Engels and Nygren, and I did say I thought that would be the midfield. I think that is his best midfield when they're firing, but they're just no firing. So do you go like that? You've had your chance. Do you put a different 3 in there? Surely you can rest McGregor on Saturday. Give him a rest. Put 3 brand new. Put Bernardo in his position, and then you can put Luke McCown there and Hitati. So get and save these ones for the bigger games. You could change your whole midfield and still go forward, you know. So midfield weren't great. Subs that come on, never done anything exciting either. So yeah, it was a pretty poor performance for back to midfield. And then when you move up front, Maeda, fuck me, you could stick me up front. You know, like, he's going back too far. He's coming in the midfield and just getting in everybody's way. And then when he does go forward, he's tripping out his own feet, as I said. We're struggling when we think that that's our main centre forward. Johnny Kenny comes on, doesn't he do any better? You're thinking, fucking hell, what are we going to do? Surely there'd be somebody in behind that goal that could place for a local juvenile team that would be better up front than them. Surely Celtic can sign somebody for the streets and they'd be better than that. I just don't know what's going on. Awful. You've got a chance to make a name for yourself and win the league, and we can't. We don't look like we want to play. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. Hitati doesn't look like he wants to be there. I don't know. I think what Celtic's missing is a personality, somebody that kids and jokes and has a laugh, you know, because every single player in that team doesn't look like they're having a good time. There's nobody in that dressing room that can make everybody laugh. Go in there and fucking tie somebody's shoelaces together. Do something stupid, cut holes in their socks. Just get that dressing room with a wee bit of vibe in it. That they come in and try and put their sock on, there's a hole in the bottom, their foot comes through it. Just get that. You know, they'll probably be pissed off rather than laughing. Oh, I need to buy a new pair of socks. So can you afford it? Probably, aye, with the money you're getting. But seriously, something needs to happen. We need personality. Don't go out there and buy a fucking really good player. Go out there and buy somebody that has a laugh. Like I don't know, who was it? Remember years ago when McAvenny and all that used to get a laugh, and Jimmy Johnson and all that, they had a laugh and they were brilliant players, but they just had a laugh. You know, that you're in that dressing room, everybody's pissing themselves laughing. There was always a joke on somebody. I can imagine the Celtic dressing room now that there's not one. Who would even tell a joke in there? Probably the other ones who go, oh fuck's sake, here he comes. But honestly, we need personality in there. We've got all good players, we need to gel them together. Somebody needs to go in there and noise them up. Get me a flight earlier and I'll go into the changing room before every game for an hour and get them going. Because that's what they need. Somebody in there just to tell them a joke, make them laugh, put a smile on their face before they go out in that park. Because it looks like they don't want to be there. You've got Tenecti out in the left wing. Flatter to deceive. I love when he's on the ball. He looks exciting, but he's just not doing enough for me. There's something just missing there. Isn't there? Definitely something just missing. And then Yang plays really well one week and then he comes out and has a really quiet game the next week. We have to be as good as we were the week before or whenever. Remember what you done when you played. You're getting the same money, so give us the same performance. Can we deduct money off players when they're shite? You know, they get their win bonus. Can we take money off them? How can they collect that win bonus? That was the luckiest fucking one they'll have for years. And by the way, I'm not taking it away from Falkirk. They're playing well, but we shouldn't be letting them play that well. Should we be closing them down? And they just looked like the home team, and they looked like, if you'd have swapped the strips, you wouldn't have known any better. You know, we've got the bigger name players, cost a lot more money, but Falkirk just dug in and dug in and dug in, and they had a bit of skill there. They were organised, you know. I just don't know. Everybody's blaming. It's the board's fault, and everybody's saying, but there's nothing we can do now. There's nothing the players can do when that whistle goes on a Saturday. Make a name for yourself. Don't worry about we need more players in, because if we get more players in, half of you won't fucking be there. So why don't you just try and pull your socks up and go on with it? Have a laugh. Enjoy your football. See, when we were winning games, the interviews were brilliant. Players were laughing, they're having a go. Now they're scared to talk. They don't know what to say. They're embarrassed. They're embarrassing everybody, embarrassing the club as well. Come on, take a good look at yourselves. Just play how you can play. Just enjoy your football. I remember when players could just express themselves, we get the ball and move on, dribble somebody. Now they're told to get the ball, go in, pass it back, pass it forward. All this technical shit. Let football players be football players. Because this is what's killing the game. Anyway, I got the score wrong. I says we'd won 2-1. We won 1-0. Anyway, that's fine. I said Tenecti would score. I usually take Nygren, but I thought Tenecti, he'll get his bit. Benji, let's go on to him. I said before the game now, the team that I picked, and it's unusual, the exact team that I picked is the team Martin picked. So it was good, and that's really hard to do. When Nancy was here, you couldn't pick anything because you weren't sure what he was going to do. You knew it was going to be a back three, but you didn't know what else, who was playing wing back, left back, right back, centre forward, fucking whatever. With Martin there, you've got stability. You can kind of pick you'll not be able to pick the game for the Auchinleck Talbot game during the week. But Saturday, you won't be able to pick that team because it will be completely flipped. So the next game after that will be, I think it's Hearts, or have we got a European game in between that? Can't remember, but it will change back then. So hopefully players can get a rest, and Saturday we can beat Talbot in the Cup and move on to the next round and then concentrate on the league after that. But we've got to go to Tynecastle and we've got to win. That's 2 games in a row that they've had a man sent up and they've still went on and won it. It just shows you they've got a bit of bottle there, they've got a bit of fight, they're playing for each other. We've got better players than them. Why can't we play for each other? You know, back each other, play with a smile on your face, and let's go out and win the game. But yeah, all in all, great 3 points, shitty performance, and we've got to get better. And the board, once this is all done and dusted, you need to go, because you fucked up the whole thing. Transfers, people you brought in on the board, so you've got to go. Clean it out and let's get a fresh start and get somebody in there. That we don't need anybody in there that knows about football. We just need, Martin O'Neill can sort that out. Sean Maloney can sort that out. There's no point in somebody else picking a player that a manager wants, because he might turn up and go, I don't really want him, I've never rated him. You've heard Martin talking. He wasn't ready for this transfer window. So whoever we're going to get in is going to be a fucking last minute deal. So I don't know what we're going to look like. But we will not win the league with Maeda or Johnny Kenny up front. We've got to change that. You know what I'm thinking? Put Benji up front because he knows where the goal is. He scores every week. Imagine if he was a bit further up the park. He's a big boy, he can hold it up. I've been saying it for ages. And I'm only saying this because why not put him up there? Because we don't have anything else. I remember when you were playing football, boys that were playing in the midfield or the defence, they were always asking to go up front. And a couple of times you put a centre half up front or a right back or a fucking centre midfield, they used to do better than the centre forwards. But you didn't play them in there because you knew, oh, he's a midfielder, he can't play up front. How do you know? I bet you Benji's a good centre forward because he's got great feet, he's good in the air, his touches are great, his positioning's great. Let's have a crack with him up front. He can't be any worse than Maeda or Johnny Kenny. And that frees another spot in the midfield because you've got to find a place for him in that team. And if you play Hatate, Engels and McGregor, where are you going to play Benji? Can he play him out in the left wing or the right wing? We've tried that. Get him through the middle. I'm telling you, try it. Can he be any worse than what we've got until we get a real centre forward through the door? Anyway, have a great couple of days. I'll talk to you before the Talbot game, and hail, hail.